Hi everyone, it's Patty. I am just going to make sure that I am live in the right place and that my camera's working and it's facing the right way. So just give me one moment here. Just gonna refresh the computer. Okay, I'm facing the right way. That's good. It's still so glitchy. Okay. Why can't I hear myself? Oh, there we go. Wow, the delay. Okay. All right, I'm just gonna mute myself here. All right. Bear with me. I am just gonna adjust my camera a little bit too. Okay. So it might be just me, myself, and I. Just make sure I'm in the right group. I am in the Crafty Friends group. This morning, I apologize again for, give it a minute here just because it's not quite 9 o'clock yet. I apologize for having to reschedule, just computer issues and such. Computer seems to be working. I did use it last night for an hour and I didn't have any problems. So please let me know if anything looks weird. If you do come pop in live, we are going to make a Eclipse card today using Fruity Fun. I pulled out a few different ink colors. I have Flirty Flamingo. Oh, hello Kim, can you hear me okay? I have Festive Fuchsia, Pink Pizzazz, and Incredible Indigo. For this card, we are going to be doing the ink smushing on, well, not ink smushing, but ink blending on a background, stamping the cherries, and then coloring around. I know I've done this, okay, great. I know I've done this technique before, but I am going up a step with it, so I'll show you what I'm going to do. I just pulled out Stampin' Up's Berry Burst because, well, it's berry colored, so, and it works well with our inks. So I'm just going to put that to the side. That's just going to be my card base. And I think I'll just do that so that I know where my stamps are. Fruity Fun. Hello, Michelle. Fruity Fun is on sale this month. I'm going to pull my camera back a little bit. Just one moment here. There, that's better. Felt like I was going to hit my head on the camera. So, Fruity Fun is on sale this month, just because this is a Throwback Thursday on a Saturday. Oh yeah, okay. Wish you luck, Michelle. I will be out with my cousin this afternoon, but if you do need any troubleshooting, just message me, and I'll see if I can help you through it. I hope my video is informative. If not, if there's something that you're struggling with, I can send you some links personally, some of the cards I've seen in the past that I've made it to. Today we're just going to do a repeat pattern of the cherries. I haven't used the cherries yet in the stamp set, so thought I'd go with that. And I'm just going to pull out my stamp set. And I have made this morning with my silhouette, just so that you guys aren't watching me all day, I made a frame for my card, and this will go in the middle. And it's maybe a little bit difficult to see, but I have the words cut out sweet. We are going to, and I put a post-it note behind, or post-it note tape behind it so that my letters actually stick to the panel. We are going to cover over this like that's not even there. And then we're going to pop it up to make the words stand out. And then I'll put a sentiment here. I thought I would use either "You are sweet" or "Have a sweet day," and we'll just mask off the "very good" in this case. I like to kind of play with sentiments like that. But let's get started. I'm going to put a piece of paper, I think, behind my panel just so that actually the table will help a little bit. Sorry, it's kind of at a weird angle. I'm still getting used to, you know, after all these, under a year or two of doing this, you'd think I'd learn how to do this properly. But I'm going to start with my lightest color, which is the Flirty Flamingo. And I just grabbed an ink blender. And I'm just going to start blending randomly over this panel. Just in spots, just make sure I hit the letters. And I'm using Bristol Smooth cardstock for this. I don't find our ink likes Nina. It's okay for stamping on, but I find blending on it, it's just not, I don't know if it's our ink or if there's a coating on the Nina that it just doesn't like. So I like using the Bristol for blending. Let's do one more spot down here. Oh, sorry, off camera a little bit. Word sweet will start popping out now that I'm blending over it. And then I'm going to go to our next color, the lightest color, and I'm going to go to Pink Pizzazz. I think it's a little bit... Pink Pizzazz and Festive Fuchsia are pretty similar, but one's got a little bit more of a red tone and one's got a bit more of a purple tone. And I am going to go over a little bit of the flamingo. These colors are all very similar, but I wanted just kind of a, like, you know, that kind of fake cherry color that you see more on like bags and not so much the reds. I want to go more like a pink tone. Good morning, Tamara. How are you today? At least today's a little bit warmer, I hope. I haven't actually gone outside, so I don't know. And then I'm going to Festive Fuchsia. I'm just going to really hit this hard. Maybe I pulled in a medium color, but that's okay. One thing I like to do too is sometimes just hit the sides a little bit with the darkest color. My inks need to be re-inked. I need to have a day where I could just sit there, re-ink my Copics, re-ink my ink pads. That's why we have the refills, is so that our inks can be a little bit more vibrant. Okay. Go back in with Pink Pizzazz. Also probably should have changed brushes in between, but that's okay. These colors are very similar, so they're going to blend pretty smoothly. Okay. Well, yeah. Going out for brunch with my cousin. We were hoping to go do something like outside, but it's just too cold. Yet last Sunday, I did, after getting really upset about my laptop, I did go for a long walk. I went 12K on 12 kilometers on Saturday. I need to pull in my Misty. I'm going to use a stamp block, and basically you just blend the ink. You can do different colors. Again, all my pinks are kind of similar in tone, and that's okay. Because now what we're going to do, I'm just going to make sure I'm on my camera, and take Incredible Indigo. And we're just going to start stamping all over, even over the words. I want to make sure I'm over the words too. So I'm going to start over there. And you might be wondering, why are you stamping in a blue ink? It's because I'm going to color around the cherries. My best tip is by using the Misty, we got a soft, like, this bounces. So I find it stamps really well when you're using a block. If you use something with foam underneath. So I just like to put my cherries at different angles. I try to go off the panel a little bit, just since it's the same shape. I could pull in strawberries too, but I'll just stick with the cherries today. And like I said, I am inking it with like the intention of coloring around them. So I wanted to leave a little bit of space so that they're not too grouped up together. I guess I've seen this technique before, but it's a fun one, and kind of wanted something fun this morning. So what's everyone doing this weekend? Like I said, I'm going out for brunch with my cousin. I haven't seen her since New Year's, and I have so much to go and talk to her about my new job. So I'm going to go out to see her. And then tomorrow I'm going to be making cards, hopefully. and going out with my family to Dairy Queen for a birthday that was postponed. So I'm going to go out, and I'm just going to give maybe 2 more areas up here. I want this corner stamped. Again, going off the page a little bit. And down here. All right. It's okay that I have a space here. I'm going to probably put a sentiments over top of it anyway, so. But you can see, we want to go over our letters too. Oh yeah, my Crafty Cave right now, it's actually driving me nuts, so I do need to go and clean too. But I have some stuff here to get done first, so I'm gonna do that first. I am just going to show you how I picked out my colors today with my Copics. First I thought, oh, I want a purple background and I want the cherries to be the pink. Well, when I used my Copic marker over top of it, it did go kind of gray and I didn't want that. And then I thought maybe this, but then I was like, well, that's a little close to my color. So I finally pulled out B79, which is kind of a purple blue color that I thought would be perfect. You do, for this technique, do want a pretty dark color because you need to go over top of the pink. Ew. That's not fun, Kim. I am just going to pull in a mat just so that I can stick it to it so that my hands stay out of the way a little bit. And this part's the easy part. So this part, it's also, I think, kind of the fun part. Maybe not so much fun to watch, but fun to do. Just going to pull in my B79. That's the only marker I'm using right now. And basically, why we stamped this in blue was because this is going to be the same color. You'll see. So instead of coloring in the image, I'm coloring outside the image. Actually, that blue ink is a little bit lighter than my marker, but that's okay. Worst case, if I feel like it's not working, I can always pull in a liner and draw in the lines, but I think it'll be okay. I first start by just kind of outlining the cherries, just so that I'm making sure that I'm staying out of where I don't want color. So I keep our cherries that pinkish color. Get around the stems. Okay, and I'll make this pink, and then we just go and try and make it smooth coloring. You want a marker that's pretty juicy too for this technique because you're going to use a lot of it. And I'm going to do inside here, and then I'm going to come meet the middle of that. Ugh, income taxes, yeah. Not fun times. Mine are usually pretty easy, although I have to now claim 2 jobs that I've done this year. But I don't think it'll be that hard. I do have a few charities I can claim to, so that I donated to this year. So what's everyone looking forward to for spring? I'm looking forward to less snow and ice. So one thing I don't like about spring is in between the winter and spring is it just gets so slippery out. Our city had a big dump of snow on Monday, and I'm sure tomorrow had it too. And it honestly made the road so bad. I don't even drive. I take Ubers or a bus. And the buses were slipping and sliding so much. I'm like, I think I'm going to take it safely and just take an Uber this week. Cost me a lot of money, but got me to work safely and on time. Because I was a bit worried about that. All right. We have some new stamps coming up soon. Obviously, I can't tell you much about it, other than they are super cute, and I can't wait to play with them. I came up with an idea last night, you know, at 3 in the morning is when my brain starts racing with ideas, and I have to try and shut it off. It doesn't work very well, but I'm excited to go and start creating with the new stuff for the next release. And we do have our spring retreat coming up soon. I'll be teaching a class for that. I have to figure out what I want to do. If anybody has anything they want us to do, I know you don't know until you have the kits and stuff, kind of what the theme is, but if you guys have any ideas of what you want to see for the spring retreat, helps us out to know kind of like, oh, I want to learn this technique, or I want to know how to color this way, or I want us to learn how to use a certain product. Let us know. I try and always do a fun fold card, or I try to do maybe some more advanced coloring. So I'm still trying to figure out what I want to do for that. Oh, good. Kits have all been shipped out. Good. I haven't checked the mailbox this week, so I need to go out and see if, I got the stuff for actually figuring out my class. What else? So the pets I had this week, because everyone always likes to know. We had a cute kitty in for a neuter yesterday. It was so sweet. And afterwards he had been fasted for a little too long. The owners were mistaken of what time to take the food away the night before. So we were feeding him little creamy tubes afterwards, and he was just eating them up like so much. He was so cute. And then I had a dental on a 50 kilogram, which is about 112 pounds. Big dog. And of course, the shortest two people are on dental duty yesterday, because I'm only 4'11", and my partner's only 5 foot. So that was fun times yesterday. Really nice dog. Just hard to kind of move her around when we're so small. But we made do. Back's a little sore from it today, but probably because I lifted wrong. And then we had a poor pup who was pretty sick in clinic yesterday too. So my arms are a little scratched up from the puppy. She didn't mean to. She was having a brain issue. So I ended up having to hold her for half a shift yesterday and kind of just monitor her after we were done our surgeries. Make sure that she was not wrapping her IV line around things. So made for not a hard day, but more just felt bad because while my coworkers were doing everything else, I'm just sitting there holding a dog. But we all took turns doing it, so it wasn't just me. Anybody have anything exciting this week that they've done, or that they I know this process takes some time, but it's nice and relaxing, at least, doing this way. I do want to try and take our ink one time and just see if I can just like do what I'm doing with my markers, but doing it with our inks. I think that would be fun. I'm not sure how it'd work, because you need a pretty opaque background for this technique to work. What else is new? Oh, in April I'm going to be going to Calgary for what's continuing education conference type thing. I'm hoping to make it a little bit of a trip too, just because I haven't gone anywhere last year at all. Calgary is only about 3 hours away from me, but it's still fun to go to a new city, explore new food that you haven't had before, and I'm big into murals lately, so, and street art, so I like to go to new cities and go and see all that. So that'll be fun. All right. Hey, Carol. How's your weekend going? I know it's pretty early for some, so not surprised if some people like, it's a little too early for me to watch a live video. You're kind of halfway through it, but it's basically, I'm just coloring. I inked the cherries, or actually I inked my background with some of our pinks, and then I inked our cherries. And I am just coloring over the background so that our cherries pop out. So this S, maybe I should have got a cherry over top of it too, but Too late now. That's okay. It'll just be blue. And again, I'm now just going over here, making sure that I cover over into the lines of my words, because we kind of are hiding the sentiment right now. And that's how Eclipse cards work, is you kind of hide a big sentiment in the middle by making sure that your pattern paper is, or whatever, if you're coloring like me, you're coloring like you would anywhere else on the paper. And it looks really cool because you're going to pop up the sentiment, and then it will it'll be disguised a little bit unless you turn the card on its side. Like when you give it to somebody, they'll really see it. So I'm sure people have seen this technique before. First time I saw it was Brigitte did it with pencils, and thought it was kind of a cool idea. When she used to be part of our design team. Oh yes, well, we all got to do the fun part of putting stuff away. I just keep piling mine in piles on the floor, on tables, and it just is driving me up the wall. So I definitely need to go and spend a weekend just cleaning everything up. It's hard when you're trying to just get crafty stuff done too, though. But then also the mess kind of, I don't know if you guys are like me, I find that the mess sometimes makes me not want to create, so it does need to be done. Right. Almost done this part. And then we'll start building our letters, and then I got to figure out what color I want to do my frame and then decorate. It's a pretty simple card. It usually can be done pretty fast. I think it makes a pretty big impact too, though. Okay, got a little messy over here, so I'm just going to hide my mess by making sure it's going around my cherry. There we go. So I know the background looks a little bit not the smoothest. I'm okay with that. It adds a little bit of texture. It's fine. I'm going to pull this off now. And I think I'm going to start doing my letters, and then I'm going to come back and decide what color I want to do, if I want to add anything else to this. So what I did with my silhouette was I cut out the letters 5 times. And then I've already glued them together. So they're pretty thick, like it's almost chipboard thick. This just saved it from having to do too much pop-up dots. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to start taking out the letters that we inked over. I said I have a post-it note stuck there so that I keep my letters in place for now. And I might actually just leave it there because I'll pop everything back in place. So I'm just going to add the letters to the letters I have. Just grab my poke-it stick. We'll have a slightly white outline. I was going to offset it a little bit, I think, just so that the white shows off a little bit. Yeah, I think I like that. And I'm just going to add some glue to the back of this. So if you don't have a silhouette or something like a cutting machine and you want to try this, you can always just use dies. If you have some letter dies. Or if you're talented at writing out words yourself. I'm not. Oh, Carol, I feel crafty, sister. I've swapped out all my storage, so unpacking, putting away is hard. Oh yes, that would be hard. Yeah, I decided to move to the basement last year, just so that I had more room. And I don't know. It's just, unfortunately, sometimes having more room equals all of a sudden stuff's just everywhere. So Maybe it was smarter to actually just stay upstairs and limit where everything was. All right. So again, I am just taking my letters. I'm just trying to offset it a little bit so that the white shows, and then popping that in place. Going in. Okay, might have to go back in and glue those in after again. So you do want to try and keep the little insert of the E. I'll come back and grab it after. Just so that it hides it more. This letters actually look kind of cool just by themselves too. Now that we colored it. And dual tone cut letters. A little harder to, oh, and then I glue my sleeve to my letter. Okay, make sure that it's facing the right way, and of course put it the wrong way the first time. Luckily I use glue that's turns clear, so because getting glue on where I don't want it. There we go. Add glue to the back of this and then glue it to there instead of the other way around. All right. Sorry, just focusing so I don't get glue on everything. Oh, that one is offset a little too much. There we go. And just by having it just a tiny bit of white, it just makes it stand out a little bit more, but it's still got that blending into the background kind of camouflage look. Extra sticky today, apparently. Nope. He went a little bit silly, but that's fine. All right. Oh, good. I'm glad. It was an easy card to put together, but it's fun. I like doing easy things like this sometimes. So on my frame, I'm going to put it against the paper and decide if I want to ink it up too. Also want to make sure it fits. Okay, good. I did cut it right. Yay. I am just going to glue these all together so that it pops out a little bit too. And then the background's going to be in there. Kind of don't mind the white, but I don't know, it's kind of boring too. But now I just don't know what color I want to do. If I want to do a color, I guess I could ink it maybe with just like the festive or flirty flamingo and make it lighter pink. But I'm gonna put it together first and then I'll decide from there. All right, so I'm just gonna make sure that these are facing the right way. Yes, okay. Just because the scallops, because it's made with my silhouette instead of a die, sometimes you have to make sure it's facing the same direction. I bet you with dies you can too, but I find this cut file that I have is very particular on direction of where the scallops go. I'm just adding lots of glue to it so that I can double these up, and I'm going to triple it up actually. I probably should have inked up my frame first, but that's okay. So I'm just making sure they're lining up. As I can, because I'm very bad at it. Okay. And then same with this one. Make sure it's matching. Yeah. Okay. And you probably should use a glue that's not your precision glue, but that's okay. I need to declog some of my glue bottles too. I'm just making do right now. Really just need a week off just to get everything figured out in here. Wouldn't that be nice? Much as I like my new job, it's still it's a lot of work. So I come home and I'm pretty tired after work, so I don't usually get much done. That's why it's like I really need to take better advantage of my weekends. And again, since more people are here now, I apologize that I couldn't do this on Thursday. Oh, hello, Lynn. I'm kind of at the mostly done part of the card, but don't forget there'll be a replay. So what do you guys think? Should I just leave it white? I mean, it does pop with the white. And then it would match my letters a little bit. Decisions. Well, let's figure out what I want to do for the top part of my sentiment. I think I like the "You are sweet" or the "Have a good day." Again, that was the beginning of it. Okay, come on, this little glue bottle. Yeah, that would be nice, Tamara. I'm not saying I would miss the animals, so it wouldn't take long for me to be like, can I come back? Oh, okay, thank you, Carol. I appreciate it. And I mean, I usually don't go live anymore when it's a Throwback Thursday just because of my work schedule, but so at least I can go live today. All right, opinion time, guys. I need help because I'm not very good at making decisions on my own sometimes. So I could say "You are sweet." So I just have like one little block here saying "You are sweet," or I can have a up here "Sweet day." What do you guys think? Hello, it's Elise. Haven't seen you in forever. I'm almost done my card. But again, I made a pretty quick one today, so just using I'm going to actually probably come in and do some more with the cherries too. I just feel like they're a little flat, so I might come in and just add either some highlights or some shading. Have a sweet day. Okay, we'll go with that. That's what I was thinking too earlier. And I was thinking, do I want to do it on this? I don't really want to block too much of my... Oh no. What's going on with your puppers? I think I'm going to do the same color for my sentiment strips. So I'm just going to ink them in white. Just pulling my trimmer, sorry, kind of off camera right now. Just making some little strips. At about 1/2 inch or 1/4 inch. I need maybe a little bit more than that. Okay. I might need it a little bit bigger than that. I'm just trying not to cover up too much of my... Oh no, that will work. Too much of my coloring. Thanks, Kim, for helping me make that decision. All right, so this part's pretty easy. Pull in my MISTI though and make sure everything kind of sits down. And I have random stamps just, you know, on the top of my lid because that's how I'm rolling today. Pull out this I don't need. I got one of those sticky mats for the inside of my MISTI. Oops, I meant to leave that there, but that's okay. Just so that I can stick things down. Took me years to get one of these. Oh, my magnets are all sticking together. Oops. It's okay. And I'm just going to stick this down. I think this side looks better, so try and keep it straight. And I will be trimming that down, but I figure it's just easier if I just do it all in one line and cut off what I don't need today. So I don't even care about the berry or the good. I just want have a day, basically. I'm gonna line that up in my MISTI, make sure you're somewhat straight. Pull my lid down. I'm gonna grab my anti-static powder and my first mark pad and some white embossing powder. Ooh. And I just realized I don't know how this thing deals with the embossing powder, but I can wash it off. Ooh, yum. I like your breakfast. Oh no, you lost me. Hopefully you're still there. Hopefully you can still see me. Everyone else seems to be, right? You guys can all still see me? Yeah, I get it, Tamara. I want somebody just to come in and clean all this mess up for me and go, yeah, you're going to be able to figure out exactly where you are. Don't worry, we got you. But as being an adult, you don't have those decisions. So I just have a Versamark ink pad. Try and get on camera a little bit more here. Also make sure I'm not frozen. Okay, good. And I'm just inking my sentiment up. Coming across. Pressing a little bit. I've learned that if you press too hard, sometimes it doesn't stamp very well. Is that straight? Straight enough for me. Okay. I think we've decided that if the cards are just a little bit wonky, that's my style. So it's okay if it's not super straight. As long as you can read the letters. All right, so just grabbing a reverse tweezer here. Off my sentiment so I can hold it. Move my MISTI out of the way. I'll figure that out after. All right, and then pulling in my white embossing powder, which I just have a spoon in here. I really need to get some more. I'm okay if the berry doesn't get covered because I'm gonna just cut it off anyway. But mostly want to make sure that the have a day works. Yeah. That and I put eyebrows on things. So that's my style. Pulling in my heat gun. Oh yeah, it's always a good idea to warm it up first. While I'm at it, just tap off some of that extra. We all know how to heat emboss here. This is nothing new for any of us, but in case some maybe beginners watching on YouTube, they can see the magic of embossing that everyone loves. So now, I'm just going to cut this apart. And I'm going to take just beside the A here. And I just need the day. And then I got to decide how long I want to make my letters here. So I think I'll just cut pretty close because I did cut pretty close to the A. Yep, not straight. That's fine. All right, there we got our sentiment. Add that to our panel, and then I gotta decide. I think think I'm going to keep the frame white, especially since I now have white embossing on here, and I don't really want any colors to kind of compete with what I have. So I'm just going to glue these down. Yeah. All right. Just going to grab the tweezers. Add glue to the back. Oh, I'm off camera again. I have my camera down lower than I'm used to, so I have to remember where I'm at. I am on my page here. I don't even need this together right now. I just need to figure out where I want to put my day. Looks so raspberry compared to the rest of my stuff. My ink dried back a little bit later. It's okay. Well, I have had a few of those too, Delise. So I get it. I don't know, I just feel like the characters look weird without an eyebrow. It's just kind of covering over those cherries, which makes me a little sad, but there's enough of them in the background. It's fine if we sacrifice a few. Have a sweet day. All right, so I'm going to glue down my frame. Just make sure my card's facing the right way, because I'm notoriously bad for that too. I actually was thinking of that, Delise, to be honest. My original plan was I was going to, I know there's faces in the stamp set, and they're super cute, but I wanted a little bit more of a chibi look, just because the person I'm thinking sending this card to is very much into anime and stuff like that, so I feel like she would appreciate that. And I'm only going to add it to a few. I don't think I'm going to add it to every cherry because I think that'd be overkill. But just a select few. So we're going to add this, and then I'll look and see what I want to add to my cherries. Especially since this is only, like, we're speeding along today. A lot faster than my usual videos. But I'm also not coloring huge, like, stamped images today. So, place that somewhat in the middle. Alright, and I'm going to glue this down. And I'm going to make sure I'm getting glue on the post-it notes too, so that that glues down properly. And check my letters to make sure that everything's glued down really well. This frame should just pop right in. It will. I just have to. It's a very tight fit, so it's gotta like just be right in the right spot here. There we go. Okay. So I think definitely I want to add maybe like some gel pens since I added white. And then again, we're going to add faces. Good idea, Delise. And you and I were thinking on the same page. So I'm just pulling in a white gel pen, and I'm just going to add little shiny spots to the right of the cherries just to give it a little bit more character. And you can always go back in with a second layer, the blue, if you find that your colors are a little bit splotchy. I'm not going to do that on camera just because also I glued this all down, but you could go on with another layer. Alright, so I'm just going to go grab my gel pens. Oh yeah. And my fine liners, I keep calling them gel pens, but not actually gel pens. Just have a huge kit of this. And we want something that's pretty similar, I think, in color to my bluey purple background for their faces. I might actually take purple. Don't actually have one that's... I do have this blue. right, I think I'm gonna use this blue, and this guy needs a face, so I am going to do, one moment here, I have a thing on Pinterest that I had saw that I wanted to reproduce when I was originally thinking of this card. So I'm just going to go on Pinterest for a moment here and find it. Where is my stuff? Oh, there's. I just usually make like a folder for each month. I hide it just so that, just because sometimes there's spoilers in there. Oh yeah, they were kind of like, okay, I see what they did. They're very thin. I'm going to come and do this one. So I might just do like little, and then again, eyebrows, because he needs to have eyebrows. And I'm going to go, I do this type of style for this one, so they look a little different. And I'm going to make him have like almost a open mouth. Okay, yeah, that looks super cute. I'm glad we came up with that idea. All right. And this one, I'm going to do 2 little dots and just a U shape. And on this one, I am going to do like little eyelashes in my U shape. And then make her look like she's got little lips because she's a girl. And now I'm going to want to do it on all of them. It's just because they're super cute. Okay. This one, we want a winky face. Oh, I forgot to put eyebrows on her. And then this one's only going to see part of the face, so maybe we'll just do just a little like that. And this one, I want to do the U shape again. And little U. Yeah, and then, I mean, just because it's a simple shape doesn't mean you can't make it fun, right? And more whimsical. So this one, maybe we'll just do flat eyes, and he's not impressed. All right, and then up here, well, that one looks like almost like a little old lady. It looks like it's got wrinkles. That's okay. So like, okay, yeah, I'm looking, Delise. What do you want me to do? Oh yeah, like, oh, I got a headache kind of eyes. And then maybe just a squiggle. I know he's got a headache. And then this one should be just friendly, I think. Big smile. Okay. This one I might just leave just because the sentiment's over top of it, but we'll just do trying to think. Maybe a dot with a line. Dot with a line. And then just doop-a-doop. And this one would be, the face would be on the T as well. So we're just going to put them close together. I don't know if I like that one, but that's okay. It's on there now. It looks okay when on the camera. So, oh, but I missed a whole spot. I just saw that. Oopsies. It's okay. I can come back in and do this. Just try not to touch my white frame. Come at this angle so that I can inking away from it. Oh, and I touched my white frame. That's okay. I'll just add a white jump into it. There. No one will know. Yeah, well, I didn't put a face on that one just because the sentiment's over top of it. I don't know. Should I, do you think? Because I could always have the eye kind of just peeking out from this. Like, this one's covered, so that one's not even worth even trying to do anything with. But this one has room. I could make a face. Oh, okay. You saw what my plan was there. This one, let's do these eyes. And then just a wow. Yeah. And again, eyebrows because I have to. Okay. That's super cute. And I think it just added such charm to it. So yeah, that was my card today. I will be posting it, I'm hoping, on YouTube. My computer seems to be working okay right now. And it was fine. And then I went on Saturday, I went upstairs to watch Lindsay's video, and all of a sudden I came back downstairs. There was a weird message on my computer, and I thought, okay, maybe because I have Facebook open. And then all of a sudden it just turned off, and then it started having screens just pop up, and I'm like, what the heck? I have Norton virus, and somehow my Norton virus got turned off. So, yep, got a lovely virus on the computer. Brother came over, tried to fix it, but he couldn't, so nobody should have been affected by it. It was like, I checked when I brought it into the specialist, and they said, no, it should be fine. But yeah. Anyway, whatever. C'est la vie is done. But I hope you like my card. I do think the faces just added such character and just made it, a little bit sweeter. And I like that it's Eclipse too. So you can see the sweet. I think having just a little bit of the white showing through helps a little bit just pop up. And I'm just happy with that overall. So you could do that. You know what would be cute? Bringing the stamp set again. Obviously the strawberries. They're my favorite. But the watermelon, you could do some big faces on. The grapes, if you're really good at doing little tiny details, you might be able to just do like really tiny little faces. And it could be almost like a family of faces on there. That'd be cute too. But the bananas, you might be able to make that work. It might just be something different. Again, I believe this is by artist Michelle. She did include faces, and they are super cute. But again, I just wanted to go a little bit different direction with mine. But you can always add those on. So that was the whole point with the set, was to make it a bit more whimsical too. So anyway, I hope you enjoyed. And if you missed it and you caught just the end of it, I will be posting it onto YouTube shortly. And it'll also be live in our group for 30 days, and it'll be taken down. So you can always watch the replay and see how you make this pretty simple card. Have a great Saturday, everybody. And we will be seeing you guys soon.